second episode of Ask the Expert, a Stick Fix video series where we will talk to the experts of hockey and explore the best and newest products, techniques, and all things hockey. Today we are talking with Jim Stuart, the president of Flair Skate Blades. What is your background in hockey?
My name is Jim Stuart. I'm the president of Flair Skate Blade Limited, and I've played hockey all my life. I played all my minor hockey in Calgary. I played at the Bantam and Midget AAA level, what it would be the equivalent of that. I then played some university hockey in Saskatchewan and played a lot of senior hockey in Saskatchewan and also in the United States. Not a particularly distinguished hockey career. However, I did own a junior A hockey team, and I've served on the board of directors of a junior A hockey team as well. And generally stayed involved. I still play hockey, old-timer recreation hockey. So I've been playing hockey and involved in hockey for 40 years.
How did you get involved with Flair Skate Blades?
What happened with the Flair blade is the original group that actually invented it had run into financial trouble. It was presented to me to see if I would be interested in looking at the opportunity of maybe purchasing the assets of the original inventor. And I went for a skate on the Flair blade. I really liked it. I liked what they had done in terms of getting the product into a marketable stage, and so I wound up buying the assets of Flair or buying the assets of the original company, and I rebranded it to say Flair.
What are the benefits of Flair Skate Blades?
One of the main benefits is stability. You have more blade on the ice, you're more stable. But the other main benefits, which have all been proven through university testing, are one is glide. Because you have more blade on the ice, just the laws of physics say that you're going to glide better. So there's a 20% better performance in terms of the glideability of the blade versus the standard blade. The other one, which is a tremendous benefit, is turning. So as you turn, you get more edge into the ice, and it's very, very difficult to lose an edge, which happens quite easily on the standard blade.
Do you think Flair Skate Blades will change the hockey industry?
I don't necessarily think it will change the hockey industry, but it will be what's called an industry disruptor, in that all the skate manufacturers currently use the exact same skate blade on their skates. They may differentiate with the holder and with the skate boot, but the blades are exactly the same. So our blade, which is proven to be better than the standard blade, will cause these companies to definitely notice Flair, but they will have to make a decision when customers are coming in asking for Flair blades. So that is the way it will probably disrupt, in a positive sense, the industry.
Who is currently using the blade?
Right now, Mason Raymond is probably the most famous person currently using the blade. He's just signed to play over in Switzerland. Robin Regier, who was an excellent defenseman, used the blade for 10 years, and he's on our board at Flair. The other end of the spectrum is we have a current draft choice of the Calgary Flames, Zach Fisher, who plays for Medicine Hat Tigers. He got onto our blade last year and then immediately was drafted this year. So there is a connection there, and we have a number of players in major junior hockey that are using the blade.
Who is currently selling the blade?
Right now, we are just in the process of getting our Flair into stores, general retail hockey stores in Toronto, Calgary, and Vancouver, which are the three major population centers in Canada. We've had amazing success with a store out of Calgary called Stick Fix. They have done a terrific job at selling the Flair blade, and they've been a terrific beta test site for us. So we know that the blades will sell. We know that people that buy them don't bring them back. They keep wearing them and want more. Stick Fix has been invaluable to Flair in that not only are they selling the Flair skate blade, they have given us a terrific amount of feedback, most of which is positive, but this feedback allows us just to fine-tune the Flair skate blade and make it even better.
Now we will catch up with the owner of Stick Fix, Cliff Hendrickson, who will explain how the skate blades work and find out what he thinks of them.
I was privileged to be one of the first to ever sell the blades, and basically had success right from day one. I quit hockey about 2 years ago myself, but I used them for well over 2 years. and found them in the first 10 minutes. I could tell the difference, and they're incredible actually. So what I'm going to do here is explain the simplicity of this blade. It's not magic, it's not a gimmick, and they absolutely work. Standard blade, you can read it, and the flare skate blades. These come out at a 6-degree angle on each side. This obviously is depicted by the ice surface. So when you're turning, this is a huge advantage. They were invented for this scenario, but there's two huge advantages. So the first scenario is when you're turning, and there's where you're officially on your rear end with the standard blade. It's just above the ice level, and you've kicked out, and the flare blades are still, as you can see, in the ice. So the real key is you can go lower and harder. It's straight physics, as mentioned. The second huge advantage that they didn't even really know about until they did a very expensive scientific study at the University of Calgary. They determined through a huge case study that there's 20% less coefficient of friction decreased with the flare blades. So they glide 20% better, and what more is there to skating than cornering and gliding? So they're a huge advantage for any player. Okay, so I am comparing it to a standard blade here, flare blades. You can see they're wider at the bottom, and a lot of people think that they're a lot heavier, but in actuality they're not, because the flare blade is a standard blade right up until this part of the blade. And that's why every skate sharpener can sharpen them. They'll fit in any skate sharpener. The only thing is, after you've sharpened them, you've got to hone that 6-degree angle on the angle and run the stone along that angle. In our main shop here in Stick Fix, Southeast Calgary, we've sold well over 160 pair, and we also sell them out of our other location at Great Plains Arena, also in Southeast Calgary. We've sold them from age 10 up to age 74, bigger, small, young or old, male or female. It doesn't matter if it's hockey or ringette. They work for any player.
Can I get flare blades on my skates?
We can fit almost any holder, all the popular holders. We've pretty much got a full size range now, so we're really full blast into being able to sell to almost anybody. We match the holder and put them in, and it's a bit of a difference in conversion as far as the hollow is concerned. There's a slight variation on the honing of the blades, but it's no trouble at all.
What happens if you try the flare blades and you don't like them?
Well, my deal here with my customers, I got just wonderful customers. What I do here is if my customers don't like them, they've got to play with them, be on them up to 3 hours or 3 times on the ice. If they don't like them, I'll give their money back, and actually that has not happened to date.
What are your final thoughts on the product?
I can't say enough about flare blades. In all honesty, I've been in and around sports my whole life. It's the best product I've ever seen for what they can do. You cannot go wrong with flare blades.
Thank you for tuning in to Ask the Expert with Jim Stuart. Make sure to subscribe and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at StickFixYYC. And check out our new StickFix Original Pro Stock Stick, the StickFix Sabre Pro, and the Sabre JX Pro at www.stickfix.com.